Weinberg's music and Weinberg's personality is important not only for the measures of 1 century, but also overly. And this is pretty important mission to show people how to say the significance of and importance of this composer, and to play it in one of the world's cultural centers like New York City. I think it's a very, for us, for musicians, it's a very important mission actually, and I'm really happy that Gidon invited me for this project, and not only for this project, but for concerts which are dedicated to Weinberg. And the world must know about this composer. I fell in love with this composer several months ago only, and I prepared his solo music for this concert, which I found absolutely astonishing, although it's very youthful opus. And also for me was a challenge to perform his late opus, his last violin sonata, which we performed together with Gidon, which is extraordinary work. Very untypical again, because it lives absolutely its own life on stage. And the rehearsing is, while rehearsing, it's completely another substance, and when we play it on stage, since it's really, a lot of it is based on this naked nerve, yes, of emotions. It's completely another story, completely another sound image, completely another dramaturgy while performing it live. So it's incredible, and people must listen to it, must hear it. And I think such concerts in important places, they give recognition to Weinberg. And of course, the most important thing about it all is the interpretation and the performing. Yeah. For Weinberg, Shostakovich was sort of a mentor, and he took a lot from Shostakovich. But if we go deeper, and if we try to understand the uniqueness of Weinberg, we discover that actually his personality and his life and his composing logos is actually different, and maybe time has to pass in order to break this stereotype. I think it will be broken in several decades. I can judge only from a side of interpreter. For me, they are different. And for me, for example, when we performed with Kremerata and the Birmingham City Orchestra, the last symphony of Weinberg, which is magnifying work, and in the second half, you performed 15th Symphony of Shostakovich, which is a golden piece in the repertoire. It was very interesting feeling that you can actually, firstly, you can compare these two works, and secondly, they are significantly different in the basis, in the logos, so to say. So I think the first thing you need to understand is, in order to, prevent all the stereotype judging, yes, you must look at the highest points of creativity of each composer. And if you compare highest points of these two composers, they are very different. I think that Gidon already did such amount of job of presenting this composer to the world that it's already known somewhere, and I know a lot of musicians who start to play this composer. While performing on stage, I personally felt that they are into this journey, and as always, I think in New York public, they are very open-minded, and they are very keen on some fresh music and new composers which they know less than others. And since the conception was quite strong, and since we had wonderful performers from the Kremerata Baltica and Gidon himself, I think it's it was speaking to the public. But again, you must ask them what they feel, what they understand, what they don't understand about this, what they ask themselves afterwards, because this music is evoking questions in the audience. They must stop for a while and to question what happened, what could happen in the future, who am I, and what's my role, my connection to this world of this composer's music, and so on, so on, so on. So it gives a lot of layers for perceiving. I think so. So I think that since there was quite strong conception, in my opinion, it was speaking to the local sophisticated public. Yeah.